It's the bane of people's lives, isn't it? That daily commute to work. But if you lived in this neck of the woods, you could well be commuting by sea tractor. It was invented in 1969 by Robert Jackson in exchange for a case of champagne. So which county has extravagant inventors and spectacular vehicles like this? Join me as we set sail for another escape to the country. Today we're helping a couple swap the Staffordshire suburbs for retirement by the sea.
I love the pool. I'd be there all day.
We'll be checking out some amazing £1 million coastal homes.
It's very good, very nice.
And will today's mystery house hit the right note?
Oh wow, that's so nice.
That's a wow.
Today I'm on the south coast of Devon, making the journey from the mainland to the shore of Bur Island. At low tide, it's a 250-metre walk from Bigbury on Sea, but at high tide, the only way to access the island is in style, using this sea tractor. It's all very exciting. It's a form of transport unique to this part of the world and brings a new meaning to the word cruising, don't you think? For nearly 80 years, Bur Island has been a retreat for the rich and famous, seeking privacy and solitude. Noel Coward, Agatha Christie and the Beatles have all escaped to the island's one and only hotel. And a couple of Mrs. Christie's mysterious novels have been based around its shores. Bur Island may be the jewel in South Devon's crown, but the entire county, known as the South Hams, is a scenic gateway for holidaymakers and homebuyers, all looking for their slice of coast and countryside. Sandwiched between Torbay and Plymouth and sheltering under Dartmoor National Park, the South Hams is one of the most rural seaside regions in England. Extensive farmland almost tumbles into the 56 miles of stunning coastline. And for those with relaxation in mind, there are over 23 beaches to enjoy. Countless villages, winding estuaries and narrow lanes make up this beautiful landscape. And as you'd expect, with so much sea on the doorstep, it's an absolute mecca for water sports enthusiasts and yachtsmen. And when you consider that most people who live on this coast own a boat or two, and that 42% of the properties are either second or holiday homes, you know where I'm going with this. It costs to live here. A mere square foot of property will set you back upwards of £1,000. Add to that a sea view or direct access to the water, and you're doubling or tripling your budget. But let's put the big bucks aside, whether it's a coastal castle or a country cottage you're after. There's plenty of variety to be had in this county for all budgets. Take a look at these. If living by the sea is at the top of your wish list, how about this boathouse in sought-after Dartmouth? It comes complete with two-bedroom apartments, both with open-plan living spaces to make the most of those estuary views. It's not a massive property by any means, but proximity to the water comes at a cost. This will set you back a whopping £1.3 million. Head inland and you'll get a lot more for your money. This 4-bedroom thatched cottage near Crediton oozes character in every room. Set in 1.5 acres of land, the rural views are just as impressive, but come at more than half the price, £550,000. Or for the even more modest sum of £340,000, how about this 3-bedroom semi-detached Victorian house, situated near the village of Down St Mary. It's been beautifully restored and comes complete with a traditional made-to-measure farmhouse kitchen and a spacious garden too. Well, as we've seen, there are plenty of tempting properties on offer. So let's meet today's buyers who are ready to drop anchor and take the plunge here in South Devon. Busy restaurateur and property developer Pritpal and wife Ruby have lived in their 6-bedroom house in Newcastle Under Lyne for the last 25 years.
I literally fell in love with this house. Ruby was away to Leicester at that time, and actually I rang her up and I said, I found our dream house. Within I think 6 weeks we were in, and since then we have altered this house probably 300 times. It was a bungalow, now it's a house.
With retirement on the horizon and their 3 grown-up daughters all flying the nest, they've decided it's the perfect time to do the same and have set their sights on South Devon.
We like to have a house overlooking the sea, so in the morning time we just basically take our shoes off, walk to the beach and just to enjoy it. The house we can alter the way we want, but the view I think has to be the priority.
So proximity to the coast will be all important, but what else are they looking for in their dream home?
We want to downsize now. There's so many rooms. Some of the rooms we don't use. So it's best to have a smaller house.
It has to have probably minimum 3 onwards bedrooms, and you definitely want to.
I'd like a big kitchen, definitely. Biggest no-nos in a house are beams. Oh, I hate beams. I don't like dark areas.
We like to have a modern house, lots of glass.
So it's not the typical character home we'll be hunting for today, but are Pritpal and Ruby after a typically large country garden?
Even though we're downsizing the house here, but one thing I certainly don't like to do is downsize. There's a big garden. We love entertaining people. We have lots of friends and families comes over, and we have a barbecue and we put a bouncy castle for the children. So certainly we'd like to do that.
But it's not just garden parties they have in mind.
This is our entertainment room. The whole family loves this room. We get together here for lots of our little parties, don't we? Yeah, I mean, we got a cooker here, we got a sink and a mini bar at the back. And this is sort of things we'll be looking for, you know, when we move. Some sort of entertainment area.
And with what looks like a pub in their house, I think I've got the picture. These two really like to party, but moving to the coast, surely they'll have some outdoor pursuits planned.
We'd love to do sailing. We'd definitely be learning to swim. Definitely be doing lots of walking. Won't we?
Yeah. Walking to the pubs, walking to the restaurant. I quite like that. That's my favourite part.
As a property developer, Pritpal is no stranger to doing up houses, and for him and Ruby, a dream home doesn't have to be perfect.
This is my favourite room. I've designed it the way I wanted it to look, and I'm looking forward to something similar in my new house and decorated the way I want it to look.
Pritpal and Ruby are in the fortunate position of not having to sell. But how much money do they want to splash out on their coastal retreat?
Our budget for the new property is £750,000, and we're willing to go up to £1 million.
Pritpal and Ruby are cash buyers, which makes this an exciting property hunt. Their budget is huge, but their demand's quite modest. They're after a detached property with a minimum of 3 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms. They want a large kitchen diner, a space where they can entertain 30 or so guests. Yeah, 30, that's large. And a spacious garden where they can enjoy long, hot summer barbecues. But, and there is a but, they're after sea views. And in this county, that comes at a premium. Since Pritpal and Ruby both want the seaside and the countryside right on their doorstep, we'll be focusing today's property search between Bigbury in the west and Dartmouth in the east, South Devon's most rural stretch of coastline. In today's show, we've lined up 3 fantastic homes for them to view, but as always, I won't be revealing the price tags until they've had a good look around. And then, just to shake things up, the last house will be a mystery house, which will be a real challenge for our property developers, but not in the way you might think.